It's reaction time for the third time in a row. I was requested by Paulo to react to his video on trains he wants for SCR. You can see that this video is made for kids, seeing that the download and save buttons are disabled. I'm not sure why he decided to make the video as made for kids, but anyways, the link to the original video will be in the description of this video, as always. Without further ado, let's get this started.
Hello guys, this is my first video. Today I will be talking about the trains I want to see on SCR. Number 1, this is the Class 365. That runs on Great Northern and ScotRail.
Well, the Class 365, also known as the Happy Trains, used to run on Great Northern and ScotRail. Now they don't run on service in real life, but that doesn't stop them from being added to SCR.
It will be good for Connect, because it does regional services from London, King's Cross to King's Lynn.
It also did routes to Peterborough and Cambridge from King's Cross, and services on ScotRail like from Glasgow to Edinburgh. But I agree, the Class 365 needs to come to Connect.
You're probably going to say, won't it suit Waterline because it has for coach variants? Well, it will, and it also won't because the Class 365 does regional services.
The fact that the Class 365 did regional services is the reason why it doesn't suit Waterline. It being 4 coaches long doesn't make it not suitable for Waterline, seeing that the classes 319 and 379, plus the double 165 are on Waterline.
But it is also 81.9 meters long, and it has 8 coach variants and 12 coach variants.
The 8 coach variants were just 2 Class 365s coupled together, and the 12 coach variants were just 3 Class 365s coupled together. This cannot go on Connect for obvious reasons.
So I think it will suit Connect. Number 2, the Class 317 was a train that ran on Greater Anglia, Great Northern, and London Overground. But it is not in service today. I think it would kind of suit Airlink, because it also ran on Stansted Express as well.
I do agree that the Class 317 would go well on Airlink. However, it could also suit Stepford Connect, seeing that it did regional services on Great Northern and Greater Anglia.
It had 4 coach variants and 8 coach variants, so it should go on both.
I do agree that the Class 317 would go well on Airlink. However, it could also suit Stepford Connect, seeing that it did regional services on Great Northern and Greater Anglia.
Number 3, the Class 395 is a high-speed train that goes up to 140 miles per hour and has 12 coaches.
The Class 395 single unit is actually formed of 6 coaches. The 12-coach version is just 2 Class 395s coupled together. Anyways, I don't think the Class 395 suits Express. One of the reasons is that it's too fast and too slow at the same time. It goes up to 140 miles an hour on overhead, and on third rail, it goes up to 100 miles an hour.
I think that it should go on Express because it is a high-speed train and it is 121.3 meters long. Even though it doesn't have any first class, it should still go on Express.
Well, despite it being shorter than the Class 801 with 1 more coach, the length isn't the problem. But there are 3 other reasons why the Class 395 doesn't suit Express. 1. It's a high-speed train, and not an intercity train, so can't go on Express. 2. It doesn't have first class, and first class is a necessity on Express. However, you could turn around and say, oh, the Class 755 is on Airlink and doesn't have first class in real life. Here is the reason why. The Class 745, which has first class and goes to Stansted Airport, is too long, at a length of 236.6 meters. So they looked at the closest thing to the 745, which is the 755, which also goes to Stansted Airport. And 3, the Class 395, as well as having AWS and TPWS, uses KVB and TVM 430, which are signaling systems from France, and SCR is a British-based simulator game, and these signaling systems won't come to the game, considering that they're from another country. But you might be asking, could the 395 go on Connect instead? Not really, cause the 395 is a high-speed train, and not a regional commuter train, and it doesn't suit Airlink, because it doesn't go to any airport.
Number for this is the Class 395 that runs on Transpennine Express from Manchester Airport to Edinburgh.
I think you actually meant the 397, and not the 395. And as well as having routes from Manchester Airport or Edinburgh, it also has routes from Liverpool Lime Street and Glasgow.
It should go on Express because it has 5 coach units and it goes up to 125 miles per hour.
While it would go well on Express, I think it should also go on L-Link, considering that it has first class, goes up to 125 miles an hour, and has routes terminating at Manchester Airport.
Number 5 this is the Class 700 and I think it should go on Airlink because it goes from Gatwick Airport to Bedford and stops at Luton Airport Parkway. This train also runs on Thameslink and has 7 coach variants and 12 coach variants.
I do agree that the Class 700 would go well on L-Link, but correction, the Class 700 doesn't have a 7 coach variant. It has an 8 coach variant, and it's 162 meters long, so would be able to fit all L-Link platforms.
If it goes on Airlink, it should be the 7 coach variant because it also runs from Rhineham to Luton Airport.
First off, there is no 7 coach Class 700 like I said. The shortest variant has 8 coaches. And second off, it's actually Rainham to Luton, therefore it doesn't terminate at Luton Airport Parkway.
Number 6 the Class 91 is a train that runs on LNER from London King's Cross to Edinburgh. It should go on Express even though it is 19.40 meters long, but it should go on Express because it goes up to 140 miles per hour.
I do agree that the Class 91 should come to Express. And for the Class 91, since it's not a multiple unit, we can have 4 or 5 Mark IV coaches in SCR, plus the driving van trailer. And I should point out that 140 miles an hour is the design speed of the Class 91. But the actual top speed is 125 miles an hour. But anyways, he has ended the video here, so I'm gonna move on to my thoughts on the video. Overall, Paulo, I do agree with a lot of the trains that you said, but the only one I would have to disagree with is a Class 395. It really doesn't suit Express, or any current SCR operator, for reasons like being too fast and too slow for Express, not having first class which is required on Express, and having 2 other signaling systems which aren't based in the UK. For the Class 397, I think it would go well on Express and L-Link, and for the Class 317, I think it would go well on Connect and L-Link. But there are other 2 issues of the video that I need to address. The first issue that needs to be addressed is some of the information said in the video. One of them is that you said that the Class 700 has a 7 coach variant, when in fact it has an 8 coach variant, plus a 12 coach variant. I strongly recommend that you do some research before making a video like this. And the second issue that needs to be addressed is the voice. I noticed that the voice hesitated quite a lot. I don't know if it was the voice itself or something. But anyways, that's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe for future content, and I will see you later.